Paying overtime in your business. Our default quite often is going, oh, overtime, not necessarily a good thing to be paying. However, I want to share with you the concept of good overtime and bad overtime. How do we work this out? Well, there's a benchmark we can use for the overall performance of the business to understand whether an overtime is well spent or poorly spent. Before we go further into that, quite often good and bad overtime can be self-explanatory. You know as a leader within your business, if the team is doing things just because, we made a mistake here and we were a bit slow there and we're pushed to get something out the door, there's a strong gut feeling that that's bad overtime. Conversely, if you've got an office or a factory that's thriving and pushing out through a whole bunch of work and you've got so many opportunities that you've got to get out the door and you're doing it in an efficient manner, there's a high probability that that's good overtime within your business. But to ensure that the bad things aren't little things that are just gremlins building in your mind, because that can happen, or conversely, you're looking through the world with rose-colored glasses, is looking at two metrics. Firstly, what's the total hours being worked in your business? And what is the revenue being produced in your business? And dividing those two numbers, revenue at the top divided by hours worked. That can tell you how much is being produced by the business on an hourly basis. If you're working more hours, which leads to more overtime, then naturally you should expect more revenue being produced by your business. That will give you the revenue your business generates per hour worked. If your average hourly cost then has increased at a greater rate than what your revenue has, then you've got a problem potentially with bad overtime. The way you would calculate that would be the total cost of the work being completed divided by the hours that have been worked. The same number that you've used for the revenue calculation. That way you can see in your business if the overtime you're doing is good overtime or if it's bad overtime. What do you need to do in either of those circumstances? Well, if it's good overtime, naturally you keep doing more of the same. Keep pushing that work through the funnel, and maybe if you are doing overtime but it's still staying up there, adding new team members to your business. Conversely, if it's bad overtime, getting to the root causes to what is leading the overtime. Is it inefficiency of team members? Is it a lack of skill of team members? Is it just a bit of an ignorance? I just walk around slowly, I do things slowly. And also remember, the smartest people on the planet are people who potentially get paid overtime with their work. So be wary of the games they play. So key number for you, if you find that overtime bill is going up, understand the reasons why, and if it's on the good side of the equation or the bad side of the equation.